The only poison I've had is ivy. The only man I fear is God. No snakes can make me run now, 'cause I've been bit by a moth. No bug can stare me down, no neighbor can shut me up. I'm off the grid and I'm off my rocker. I'm off them holler boys.
Hey y'all, Big Bub here from Big Bub Outdoors. I want to take a minute kind of talk to y'all about my hunting equipment I'm using this year. Season's coming upon us. It is September 13th. My children's opening day of youth season is September 26th. And then my opening day for archery is October 1st. I have a small piece of private property that I've already got my tree stand hung on. Did that about a week ago. And got a couple buddies from work that I've got in the bow season this year. It's going to be first time with a bow. And kind of been preaching. I've preached it for years. Be a good archer, you should throw 100 arrows a day. And I've been slacking. I shot just a minute ago. I haven't throwed maybe 100 arrows in 3 weeks. So, kind of, but you know, I have been doing this for a very long time with my compound. I'm very confident with my compound. Muscle memory is always there. I've been shooting compound for over 20 years. So this year is going to be something different. I am going to go 100%, no sights, no nothing. Taking the compound out first. Going to try and put a deer in the freezer. And then once I put that in there, I'm finishing my archery season out until I put a deer down with a recurve. I have taken a deer in Indiana with every legal firearm or weapon except for 2, and that is a pistol and a recurve. So that is something I'm going to try and mark off my bucket list this year. So I am running 1950s Ben Pearson, 55 pound, 48 inches limb tip to limb tip. I'm running carbon fiber arrows that I custom fletched myself. They're Blood Sport Hunters with red and white turkey veins. 100 grain top. Arrow weighs out total at 455 grains. The exact same grains that I use on my compound. 455 grains total. That's with the 100 grain top. Come on, stay up there. Okay. These are my absolute favorite broadheads. These are NAP Blood Runners. This, for an open on impact, is a fail-proof open on impact. It's got a ferrule right there in the middle. When it hits, it pushes down and these blades slide out to a 2-inch cutting radius. If for some reason that ferrule does not slide down, that is still 1.5 inch cutting radius. The exact same as a 2-blade stinger that old Uncle Ted Nugent has been using for years. And they're tried and true. Show y'all. Boom. I've been using these for 4 years. I love them. I haven't had a deer go no farther than, I think my farthest track was 60 yards. And that was because the angle of the shot didn't get a pass through. And once he kicked the arrow, it didn't go but 25 yards from where he kicked the arrow out. Okay. My compound, I am using Punisher arrows, Blood Sport, 2 white, 1 red, with I know y'all seen my video, the Chinese knockoff of Nocturnals. I love these things. They work amazingly, and I will show them in action here in just a second. My bow is the Bowtech Mighty Mite VFT. 80-pound draw, 80% let off. Actually, closer to 90% let off, I think. When I'm at full draw, I'm only holding 10 pounds. Public land, I'll be hunting in my Summit Goliath like normal. My private property, I'm going to be hunting in my buddy stands. I got 2 small pieces of private property that I hunt. I just acquired one this year. It's not very big. It's only about 5 acres, but it is attached to a lot of good things, and there's a lot of deer that go through there. So, the other one I've hunted before. Y'all have seen videos of it. You've seen me kill deer with a bow on it. And I'm going to sling some arrows and show y'all. I'm going to do some 30-yard shots. I'm not really 100% comfortable yet at 30 yards with the recurve. I am going to take the recurve out. I'm keeping about in a 6-inch group at 20 yards. And at 20 yards, I feel comfortable enough to go and shoot a deer. It's all about knowing your limitations and ethical shots to take down the game that you're chasing. And I don't feel comfortable anything past 20 yards with the recurve. My compound, I've never shot a deer past 35 yards, even though I am comfortable shooting that out to 60. I just don't believe anything past 35 yards is ethical. Even though I am using 80 pounds, I just don't believe in it. I like the challenge of getting them in close, and it's something that I practice and practice and practice every year, and you just get better each year. So I'm gonna quit yakking and I'm gonna do some shooting. Let me see if I can't get this set up to where y'all can see here. Well, I know y'all can't really see it down there, but I'll walk you down after I shoot. You'll definitely hear the recurve go off, but you'll definitely see my compound arrows because they got the lighted nocks. So I'm going to shoot the recurve first. It's at 30 yards. My group's not that great, so I can tell you all now that at least 2 of those missed that deer. The guy says he hits his target every time. He's a liar, and he hasn't been shooting that long. Because I don't care how long you've been shooting, you miss. Recurve has brought me back to feeling like a novice versus when I shoot this compound. Now, back there, I barely see my pins whatsoever. I'm shooting out there at the road by my boat. Barely see my pins at all with my compound, and I do not know where this deer, I know where the deer is, but I can't physically see it. I'm just going off of muscle memory. Just kind of show y'all what's going on. Not a bad group. During the day, I'll lay every one of those where they need to be. I like it when it's low lit like this, to where I can barely see, because it makes it more harder and it makes me focus harder. But see, at 30 yards, no way in the world. It makes me feel like a novice. Shooting one back there, and then high, way over here. I feel like a novice. 20 yards, my group is about that big. But at 30. And on that note, I've just now stepped back to 30 about a week ago. And I've shot maybe 5 times. My 20 yards, I've been shooting that for roughly about 4 months now. So I feel very, very confident at 20 yards with my recurve, but will not shoot one at 30. Hopefully next year, about this time, I can say I can do a 30-yard shot. And that's the goal in a year's time. See, I started this last year. It was the goal of making it out into the woods with a recurve that I felt confident enough that I was shooting farther than 5 yards. You know, 5 yards is pretty much impossible to get a deer that close, but it's not impossible, but it's very rare. So it was a goal to reach 20 yards, because if I can get 20 yards, I feel confident. And I can do 20. I can do about an 8-inch group at 25, and then I hit 30 and it's like, whew, gone. I don't know what the deal is. You know, up at 10 yards, we're talking 2-3 inch group. 20 yards, we're talking 6. 25, we're talking 8. 30 yards, lucky to hit the deer. So that's my setup. That's what I'm doing this year. Y'all let me know what y'all hunting with. Let me, you know, leave down in the bottom what else you guys would like to see before season starts. There's going to be a lot of hunting videos on here. And I'm here to fair warn you right now, not every video is going to have a deer kill on it. Because if somebody goes out and they kill a deer every time they go out, they're lying. It just don't happen. So, catch y'all later. Y'all have a good night. Bye-bye.